What is your greatest power? Welcome to Tickzon Mentorship Scheme, where we try to turn our hindsight into your foresight. Now, if you're not subscribed, you're missing out. But today we're going to talk about your greatest power. There was Hercules. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Oh, it's Superman. What is your greatest power intrinsically that you have as a human being alive in this moment? What is your greatest power? A power that you intrinsically have right now as a human being. And it's a power that sadly I see a lot of people willingly give away. And that is choice. Your greatest power is that you have a choice. And the truth of the matter is, it can sometimes be a struggle to make a choice, because honestly, we don't really like it too tough. We don't, see, I chose to do that. We don't like making a choice, and sometimes it can be a struggle for us to have too much choice, or even to have a choice in our life. Sometimes we like scarcity because the only choice makes it easier for us to go. We sometimes struggle to make a choice, and in doing so we willingly give other people the power to make the choice for us, but then we get annoyed that the person's made that choice. For example, and this is just a typical example, you know, you're going out with a girl, you're going out with your friends, and then you're saying, okay, cool, where do you want to eat? And then you're like, oh no, I'm good, I'll eat anything, I'm good, I don't mind anything, I'm good. So then the guy goes and chooses, let's say, McDonald's, and then you're like, no, I don't want that. And then I thought you know, so it so for an example, you know, we willingly give people the power to make the choice on our behalf. So for example, you're going out with a friend, and then you're like, oh, where do you want to eat? And they're like, oh yeah, I don't mind anything, I'm easy, I'm okay, I don't mind anything, you can choose whatever, I'll be okay with whatever. And then your first choice, they're like, no, I don't want that. Your second choice is like, no, I don't want that. Third choice, they don't know, I don't want that. And they're like, oh, they finally say, I wanted to go, I don't know, GBK. But then it's like, you always already had the choice that you wanted to make, but you didn't want to vocalize it. But now you're annoyed that somebody else is making a choice on your behalf when you've willingly given that person the power to make that choice. The truth of the matter is that if you don't make a choice, somebody else's choice will be made for you. It's simple. Life's a journey. You're in a car, and if you're not in the driver's seat and you're not at least in the passenger seat with the map, you're in that back seat, and wherever they're taking you, you're going. So that's the reason why you want to be exercising your power to make a choice. We are all interconnected, and as much as you think that you don't make a difference, you 100% make a difference. Your choice affects me as much as my choice affects you. So if you saw in one of our videos, we were talking about that you're 6 degrees away from one different person. Like I'm 6 degrees away, that video said, from Cristiano Ronaldo. So I can meet someone and meet someone and meet someone. Okay, I'll give you an example of how your choice makes a difference. Now, for example, A-levels. I choose to revise. Okay, cool. Now because I've chosen to revise, loads of people have chosen to revise and put in their work. Now because all of us have done very well, the grade boundary either goes up or goes down. If I don't do so well, if I chose not to revise, then the grade boundary might go down. So it means that somebody who just tried just enough, but because a lot of us got 40s, but they don't want this percentage of people having 40s, they're going to, you know, reduce the grade boundary to get some people into the 50s. So that's the reason why you have the raw points, and then you have the UCAS points, and then the grade boundaries change. Okay, for another example, I choose to wear an Arsenal top, and I meet somebody else who also chose to wear an Arsenal top. Now we both meet on the bus, and we're both talking because, oh, you have the same shirt as me, you say you have the same shirt as me, and then we start a conversation. And because of that, I now meet, they say, oh, do you want to come to this event? I go to this event, I meet somebody else, and then I meet this person, I go there. But I would not have, you know, there's people I've met on my way out. They were like, oh, they like my bag, and because they like my bag, we end up in a conversation. Next day I'm in a spoken word event with them. That would have never happened if I never chose to wear that bag. So you have to understand, every single choice that you make affects somebody somewhere. If you choose to work hard, you know, will mean whether it's in relative to you, somebody else is working harder. If you don't work hard, it means that soon you lose your job, and then somebody else will get a job. Every choice you make, you know, will affect somebody somewhere. Basically, guys, we are all interconnected. If you don't vote, then those who voted, their choice has been made. For example, Brexit. If you're someone who didn't vote at all, and then the majority of people who went and voted said, oh, they wanted Brexit, then now you're not happy about Brexit. They had it happen, But that aside, if you don't vote, then those who vote, the will of those who voted is what will be represented, rather than the will of everybody in the in the country. That will be if you choose to vote, for example, it's a choice if you choose to or not to vote. But those who chose to vote, I will now speak for those who chose not to vote. That's just how it goes. I remember reading somewhere that the Dalai Lama said that the most dangerous person in this world is a passive bystander, because they just watch as things happen and they just willingly, low-key give their power to everyone else to make a decision. Imagine that if you see someone getting bullied and you don't say anything, you made a choice at that moment. If you know you're supposed to revise and you're supposed to read, you made a choice in that moment not to read. If you know that you needed to put in this application and you chose, everything's a choice. And we have the power to change our destiny, and we have the power to change our trajectory. If you want to be happy, that's a choice. Decide that from today on, you're going to be happy. We all know a lot of times that we're doing stuff that's counterintuitive to what we actually want. We're doing stuff, whether it's what our parents want, what our friends want, what society wants, and we're willingly at that point choosing to indulge in it. But we have the power, and we have the power to make the choice to say, no, we're not going to do what everyone else wants to do. No, we're not going to be what everyone else wants to do. We're going to be who we want to be, and we're going to do that towards getting to our place of happiness and purpose. And the thing about finding your purpose is that when you find your purpose, which it can take you however long to find your purpose, then you can start now living on purpose. But ultimately, guys, I just wanted to tell you that you have the power to change your trajectory. You have the power to change your life, and it's up to you to make that choice. Nobody can fix you. It's up to you. So I hope you have a nice day. Hopefully you make the choice to make somebody else's life better today, because ultimately that's how we change the world. It's a little domino thing. So like, subscribe, and if you want to be part of Tickzon Mentorship Scheme, come on, jump on, help us, because we need you. Bye.